hidden blades, smoke bombs, evasion, and the art of the kill. I've distilled the essence of Assassin's Creed into a flexible commander package that you can play in any blue deck, turning even the most kind of pacifists into scheming killers. This is how you play in the shadows. The Assassin package is meant to complement the main game plans of whatever commander deck you're designing that has blue, giving you a clever pivot that you can hide under your main game plan to surprise your opponents with another set of synergies. First, starting with stealth. To help your hidden one accomplish their task, we're playing 5 cards to give them unblockability. Assassin Den is a great defender that lets you pay 4 to make a creature unblockable, while strengthening it permanently with a +1/+1 counter each time. Donning the Brotherhood Regalia, your commander officially joins the Brotherhood to become an assassin, getting unblockability with a cheap legendary equip cost. Security Bypass is a cheap aura that makes your assassin unblockable whenever they attack alone, and also connive each time they deal combat damage, allowing you to strengthen your assassin with a +1/+1 counter and filter for better tools. Smoke Bomb is a neat trick that you can surprise your opponents with, giving all of your creatures Shroud the moment it's in play, and once the smoke clears when you sacrifice it on your upkeep, your assassin can gain unblockability to make a good attack. Lastly, there's Whisper Silk Cloak as a classic equipment that gives unblockability and Shroud to protect our assassin. To act as a payoff to stealth, we have cards with damage triggers to make each combat step more worthwhile. We can simply equip a Quietus Spike to make a massively damaging plunge in the chest, but not all fights are going to be so clean cut. By making our damage triggers draw cards or cycle cards in hand, like Security Bypass, we can accrue more resources to beat our opponents through a longer game, with cards like Coastal Piracy, Mask of Memory, and Assassin Gauntlet, which lets our commander cycle a card in hand, while also tapping out an opponent's blockers to make sure we get a good attack. While it seems like assassins work alone, they're nothing without their Brotherhood, which is why we're playing cards like Feywild Visitor, who lets our unblocked commanders create flying attackers off each combat. Thopter Fabricator also makes flying token creatures every time we draw our second card, synergizing with all of our card draw effects. Lastly, despite the gruesome act, the Brotherhood fights for truth and justice, which is why Sword of Truth and Justice is another weapon we use in our Assassin's arsenal to strengthen our flying Brotherhood. Unblockability isn't our only way to get through to our opponents. The package also plays Lost in the Maze and Sleep to tap out our opponent's blockers, similar to the way Assassin Gauntlet does. And with our emphasis on tapping our opponent's creatures, I've also added a piece of Eden, the Mjolnir Stormhammer, to help continue tapping down key blockers while also dealing a huge storm of damage to each of our opponents, equal to the number of tapped creatures the blocking opponent controls. But what happens when our plans go awry? As part of our tools of the trade, we're also playing tricks to either protect our assassins, like Lost in a Maze or Smoke Bomb, to give our creatures Shroud or Hexproof at instant speed, or Change of Plans, which phases out our key creatures and give them Connive. Desynchronization is also a quick way to return board states, leaving behind only historic permanents like our equipment or commander. And if we've left ourselves exposed through an attack, Misleading Signpost is here to misdirect a large attack from an opponent, redirecting them to another victim. Lastly, the iconic Hidden Blade can be flashed in to help win combat by snapping onto our commander to give it first strike. Altogether, this card package gives you a flexible supporting game plan of turning your commander into one of the legendary hidden ones, as you gain resources through combat, build up a brotherhood of flying attackers, conniving tricks that expose our opponents, and brutal weapons to finish them. And to show you how all of this works, I'm gonna add this package to the Miss Bumbleflower Precon to demonstrate how the package synergizes with another deck. But before I do, if you like this video, please subscribe to my Patreon to support creating more deck building videos. Here, I quickly removed 20 cards from the Precon, preserving the politics theme of the deck, and added the Assassin package. Now, let's Goldfish a few turns. Alright, here's our first hand with Miss Bumbleflower with the Assassins package. And this hand's like pretty keepable. all we need to do is spike the green and then we're good. But I like that it has Feywild Visitor and Assassin's Den. I didn't purposely pick Bumbleflower for this, but actually turns out she's like actually really good with the draw synergies. So you know what? I think we'll try it. We have to hit a green at some point, right? There's a Rish card. We'll play, I don't know, play this one tapped. Draw, there it is. We're gonna fake that the Felwar Stone taps for green. Here, better to do Bumbleflower for mana. Oh, actually, this is pretty cool. It's pretty sick. It's pretty sick. I don't know if you can see where we're going with this. We're gonna tap 3 and play Feywild Visitor. Trigger plus 2/6 gives someone a draw. Attack. She also has flying, right? And then we're gonna get a fairy out of this. Already cool. Fairy dragon, yeah. It's weird that I'm representing the Brotherhood with fairy dragons and thopters, but they actually don't make assassin tokens in blue. So that's why we're doing it. Then next turn, here's what we do. We go 3 into Rishkar, cast trigger +1/+1, put it on Bumbleflower, ETB trigger Rishkar here. So now both of them can tap for mana. Then we're gonna attack for 3. Here again, flying. Make another fairy, deal 3. And then we can pass the turn. No, actually second main. We can then play the Assassin Den, trigger second time, +1/+1 here. Then I will draw 2. Boop, boop. Sick. Now we have the Hidden Blade. And then I'm gonna play a Plains. She doesn't have flying right now. I want to hold the Hidden Blade, so I guess we could do the Bumbleflower thing and go like Intellectual Offering. Oh, actually, I'm silly. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. We'll draw we'll trigger +1/+1 flying here. Then we'll draw 3. They'll draw 3. Oh god, I just missed this. And then we're gonna untap all of this. Then we can go. I'll hold the Fabricate for next turn, I guess. And save the spell cast. I want to spend the mana. Anyways, we'll attack for 4, flying, swing everything here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make another fairy. It's a pretty aggressive Bumbleflower now. We're building up our Brotherhood. We could have also just +1/+1 on Bumbleflower. I forgot the Assassin Den does stuff. Then end step, we could trick someone with a Hidden Blade. They attack. We'll trigger +1/+1. Not end step, but like during their turn, we +1/+1 like Rishkar or something, and then snap on the blade here, and then get him with the first strike. Then next turn, we'll draw Coveted Jewels. Sick. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. Fabricator +1/+1. They draw. Then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not this one. 6. Coveted Jewel. Give Rishkar +1/+1. Flying. Trigger. Draw 2. Trigger. Make a Thopter. And then we'll draw like 3. Yeah. I'll attack for like a lot. Make another fairy token. So this is working pretty well, and you can see like we have our little tricks with the Hidden Blade. We can put the Regalia next turn, make her unblockable, and like she'll take people out. And while we're like making a bunch of flyers and growing them. If this isn't enough Assassin's Creed for you, check out my deck tech for an all Assassin's Creed deck featuring Ezio at the helm. Or, if you want to learn more about building of packages, you definitely want to check out my cube theory video. Thanks for watching. Peace be with you.